Well, howdy YouTube. Welcome or welcome back. Tempted Auto, this is Paul. Back in Tennessee with Flatbroke Garage, who is hiding around the corner, who's wiggling the camera. Last time I was down here, I attempted to pull a 73 Chevy Nova out of the same yard and drive it 700 miles back to Pennsylvania. If you've been around the channel, you know that didn't work out for me. I didn't have a single electrical circuit that worked. The brake pedal was stuck to the floor. I gave up. I decided it wasn't going to be safe even if I could patch it together. So I gave up. I trailered it home. I have no trailer option this time, but I'm going to try it again. And this time I'm going to try it with a Ford product. Let me bring it around and we'll take a look at it. So this is a 1973 Mercury Comet. We're going to stay with 1973. It's a good year. That's when I was made also. Don't know really much about it. I do know a couple things that are a little scary. I know a couple things that kind of make me happy. So we'll go through it. We'll explain what we know. I know all four brakes are stuck. All four wheels are junk. Got to mess with that. I know there's a giant hole. I know the hinges are rusted. There is a gaping hole where the battery goes. So we're gonna have to deal with that. So those I think are all the bads that I know. I do know that the engine turns over and it's a Ford straight 6-cylinder. And a Ford straight 6-cylinder, I mean, come on guys, it's gonna make it. Late morning, early afternoon, Sunday. I think our plan for today is just to get the wheels off of this thing, get new tires on it, or yeah, ones that hold air. We're gonna mess with the brakes. If we can get it to roll, then we can try to get it to run, and then we can figure out all the other things that are wrong with it. I'm sure that's no indication of how the rest of this car is going to go. So we have a set of tires on the front of this. We broke this drum free off camera, pulled all the pieces and parts out. So the front now rolls. We'll deal with the back probably tomorrow. So, but they're off. We'll go get some tires on the rims and come back tomorrow. Get this thing rolling completely. Well, Bill broke all the wheels down, and all of them, I'll see if I can find a good example. Here you go. All of them are varying degrees of garbage, except one right here, and it doesn't match any other wheel that we have anywhere. So, Bill, I'm gonna steal 4 of your wheels if you don't mind.
Yeah, no.
All right, I just randomly
it's the Bill
picked 4.
14-inch tire mark.
So yeah, so we got a whole lineup of good wheels and a pile of Comet garbage. So those wheels it is. So we were able to get both front tires freed up. This one actually was spinning. This one here, we had to rip the guts out of it, but front 2 roll. So if we can get these back 2 freed up, we can get this car out of here and into the garage to keep working on it. Before I start messing with these drums though, I think we ought to pull the spark plugs out of the engine and spray some lube down the cylinders, just so when we get to cranking it, we're not doing that dry. Oh, and I better get some oil on this too. What size are we dealing with? It's a large. Wow, these are relatively new. Got a little bit of carbon foul in them, but these are actually relatively new plugs. Huh, is that a good sign or is that a bad sign? Yeah, I mean, they don't look like they've been run much at all. This should make me happy, but it's actually kind of terrifying me a little bit. So I really don't have a whole bunch of stuff for this. Gone forever. That one's, yeah. None of them are scary. They're not oil soaked, which I like. I guess that one's blown apart. Oh, that one's, oh, that's probably just from the valve cover. It's on the outside. Again, they're all looking kind of the same. I'd say they had a tune-up before it was parked. Which again, who knows if that's good news or bad news. But it's news. So anyways, getting back to what I was saying before I started doing this. I don't really have a ton of parts for this car. I do have everything for brakes. A couple things that I kind of anticipate, like a fuel pump, carburetor. I figured that was going to be junk, but a lot of it we're just gonna hope for the best. Now Steve has offered up a couple other Comets and Mavericks that are some 4-doors that are kind of junk. Ooh, a little bit of rust on that one. So hopefully with pieces that I can pirate, we can get this thing together. Oh, silly thing. All right, I guess while I'm at it, might as well get those done. Get this latch a little. All right, so we'll let this soak for a bit and let's get back to these wheels. They were fighters, not too bad, I guess. Took a little bit of muscle from Steve. Two of us were able to break them apart, this side and that side both. I'm gonna make sure I pick up all the hardware. I don't want to lose any of that stuff. Then we got 2 tires in the back of the truck throw them on the back, and it'll be a roller, and then we can get it out of here.
Get over that way a little, see. One hate to run over that wagon.
Yeah.
I kept going out of here. Take it straight over, or go straight.
That's good. Got her.
Yeah, that's good. That might come a little further.
You want a little more?
Yeah. A little more. Okay. We'll end up. Gotta be able to come over that way as far as we can, and we'll have to turn it now though.
Put that back tire, right?
Yeah, I may have to pull it back up. Now cutter deep, real deep. We don't get the other side working.
Well, the journey is partially complete. We are back at Flatbroke Garage. So now it's just a matter of doing everything it's going to take to get it running. So we have it in the garage. A little concerning coming off of the rollback. We had it in gear, forgot to take it out, and it rolled down the ramp just fine. Like there's no compression. Hopefully it's got enough to make it fire. The other thing that's a little concerning, and I don't remember if I showed you yesterday or not, but I threw a bug bomb into this car, and if you read, it's also supposed to odor neutralize, and I've used them before and they do kill the smell. But this car still really smells, and I know every YouTuber says that, so I try to avoid talking about the smell of cars because anything sitting forever is going to stink. This one's like next level, so we're going to have to deal with that before I drive this thing home. It's pungent, but Bill and I'm in agreement. We're going to just put some heat to this engine, clean the points up a little bit, throw some gas in it, and we're gonna see if we can make it make noise.
If you got wiring in the dash,
And if anything comes on, yeah.
that's what shut you down last time.
Correct. All right, so let's get the hood open, clean the points up, blow all the PV blaster out of the spark. Oh, that's why I had no compression. I have the spark plugs all just.
Well, that would do it.
Okay, maybe
Positive mental attitude.
Maybe we're all right. Oh, and also I oiled the
Oh, you
hinges.
did. Look at the
that.
hinges there.
All right. All right. So I guess we'll get those plugs out of it. Clean the points up.
I say check the compression. Put a battery in, see if it'll spin. Check the key. Go for gold.
Yeah, well, yeah, sure. All right, we'll get right back to you. Let's we're gonna make some things happen and bring you back. Well, all of the plugs are back out. Bill's gonna work on getting some ends on the battery cables. They were pretty junky. One was missing, the other one's pretty nasty. While he's doing that, I'm going to find a good place to sit you, if I can. There we go. And I'm gonna pop that distributor cap off. And
It almost needs to block these tires.
oh wow, looks new.
Is it?
Like for real. Look at that.
Thing's gonna fire up.
Look at that. My goodness. That kind of actually concerns me a little bit, to be totally honest with you.
Why?
Because it's like they got so far and then decided, yeah.
You mean when it started knocking?
Well, whenever the tune-up didn't fix. Let's see what it looks like. I mean, there's definitely enough corrosion in there to mess with. But these are a new set of points. This corrosion's just from sitting.
Now he did say he thought he remembered the drink.
He said he believes that they poured some gas on it and it fired. But he doesn't remember driving it.
Maybe the clutch issue.
Maybe the clutch issue, yeah.
It's gonna be, but I'd rather have an old one than a new one.
I did grab a new one.
Yeah, it's in the box.
Yeah.
Maybe we can make a battery sit in this thing.
Well, at some point we're gonna have to. See, even this doesn't really look terrible. It's run, but yeah, I'll clean it up a little bit and throw it right back in. He's gonna figure out something with the battery. I'll bring you back when I have the plugs back in it.
Battery's weak.
So where are we at?
So, we hooked the battery up. We got power from the ignition switch to the trigger and the solenoid. We got 12 volts there. We got 12 volts to the 12 volts to the solenoid, 12 volts to the trigger. We got 12 volts here. We got hot coil, or 12 volts to the coil. We don't know if the coil's hot yet. I just wanted to see if the starter's locked up, so I just put a positive on the battery. I was going to jump to the starter, but that's all corroded, so I think we're going to end up having to take the bolt off the starter, clean the contact off on there. See what we got. I don't even know if this battery's got 12 volts. You know, you think a guy would look. But. So let's check that first, and then if you want to take that off,
Starter?
off the starter,
Yeah.
and I'll get a plant meter. And
Okay.
what do you think?
Yeah, we'll give it a try. Cleaned up most of the connections, the ground cable and all the hots, and I'm still getting nothing. So either the battery is not charged very well or the ground cable itself is bad. I think I'm going to start with the cables. I think I'm just going to take them all off, replace them, and see if that does anything better for us.
All new terminal, clean the starter end. Let's see what we got.
All right, let's slap this on there.
All right. So that's good. So now let's just put it, hook it back up to solenoid?
Yeah, well,
Or do you want just new solenoid?
yeah, we could try that because we can jump it if nothing else. That'll get us.
I got the master switch button right there.
Yeah. Let me spin this over a little bit more, get all that PV blaster out of it, and then we'll button her up.
Go for it.
So we're just gonna clean up, rebuild, redo these spark plugs for now, just to try it. We were able to get all the engine electrical working. We still don't have anything on the dash, but we got wire or power to the coil, power to the starter. We can actually turn it with the key, so we'll get some plugs in it.
Make fire, make smoke.
Yeah, we'll see if it does something that makes us happy. Okay, so we have the plugs all on. Clean that point, or the points, as I've already said. I am going to throw some two-stroke down the yap. Bill is going to hit the throttle.
And it's gonna start.
Oh, hold on. Let me come around to this side here. All right, let's pour some in there. I looked in there, there's spider webs, but there wasn't any needles, so I don't want to actually hook it to a fuel system until I've pulled it off and cleaned it, but give it a try, see what she does.
Oh shit, okay, hang on. See if this thing starts.
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
All right, let me.
It even sounds good.
Let's try that again.
Give it a little gas.
The exhaust is working.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
It runs.
I mean, and it sounds good.
It sounds real good.
And it's not smoking. And this is, yeah, it's gonna need fuel. We'll have to do something with the fuel system. I'm pretty happy with that. Look, it didn't even fill the place up with smoke. Like, this thing is...
It's legit, dude. I picked out a good car. I helped you.
All right, excellent. So, yeah, actually, you know what, Bill? Before we do anything further, there's fire ants crawling on this. There's garbage everywhere. Let's just haul this thing right outside.
All right.
And let's make it clean.
All right.
See the water running out of the back of the engine? That's probably bad. I decided I ought to probably put some antifreeze or, well, water in here just to see what's bad and good on this system. And we have a freeze plug blown out in the back, so I have to add that to the list of things to get. But I'll worry about that tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and make this car clean first, because clean is more important than, you know, cool. So we pulled the seat out, and thankfully, man, the springs, well, there's one boogered there. Hey, Elmer. Hey, Elmer. One spring boogered, but I mean, really, they're not all rusted. It's actually in pretty good shape. The adjuster was frozen. I'll have to lube that up. It looks like the rod's there, though, so that's good. But look at what we uncovered. I mean, that's just straight up nasty. Big sticks. I mean, there's a pack rat. There's his house. It's really not good. All this is coming out. I also, when I was unbolting the seat, yeah, see that snake skin hanging there? So hopefully he left.
That's why the rat's not there.
Now, we did find something that kind of scared us. That's a 6-cylinder head gasket. I'm hoping that they decided, you know what, we'll just change the engine instead, because there's things on the engine that make it look like it's come from a different car. Oh, hey, look, some 3-in-1 oil. So, all right, well, I'm gonna make all of this stuff go away. This car is so stinky. You know it's bad when I put a mask on. I work in the underground in Pittsburgh, and I don't wear a mask when I'm underground in the city. So let's dig through. Actually, I'm gonna start up here. No point getting it clean and then ripping the headliner down. So I'll start with the headliner. I want to bring you in if I find anything cool, but really it just kind of looks like garbage. So we'll just start pulling stuff apart. Phew. Worked up a sweat on that. It's actually the next day. But it's clean. Interior is out. Everything's pressure washed, cleaned. It's probably gonna need a couple more coats to get it like clean, but I'm not afraid to touch it anymore. So we're gonna get it back into the garage and gonna deal with that freeze plug that we found while we were cleaning it. Start with that. I'm gonna get this engine running, give it an oil change after we make sure that it's not puking antifreeze anywhere else. And then it's brakes, clutch, fuel system, charging system. You know the drill. So let's, I'm gonna clear some room out, get that thing back in here, and we'll see if it'll hold some antifreeze in it. I guess that's the next step. Okay, we got the car back in, and we actually, with a little bit of Bill's help, got the exhaust off of it. A little bit of fire, a little bit of wrench. That's off. And now, hopefully you can see, if I get you down here, hopefully I got you pointed in the right direction. You can see the missing freeze plug. So I'm hoping I can get underneath the car, clean that up, and get a new one in. O'Reilly's had them in stock, so I bought a handful of them just in case any others blow out. I'm gonna check the whole engine over while I can. Can't really get between the bell housing or the transmission and engine yet, and I hope I don't have to. Hopefully the clutch is okay, but I'm gonna check all the freeze plugs that I can. I'm gonna replace the one that is blown out. We'll put some more coolant in it and see what it does this time. So let me take you underneath and let's see if we can get this thing done. I have it cleaned up as best as I'm able to, and you can see that's gonna be a tough spot to drive that in. So let me go get the plug, make sure that it's going to fit. Silicone it up a little bit, little blue RTV, and then I'm probably gonna have to get it from the top, but I'll see if I can tap one in there. Maybe with a little bit of patience I can get that plug in there. I have confirmed that to be the correct plug. So I'm a Chevy guy, so it's gonna be red RTV on everything. No, I'm just kidding, I got the right stuff. So I have a thin coat of silicone on it just to take care of any anomalies in the block. I'm gonna go pop that in the engine and then figure out what angle I'm gonna have to be at in order to drive it in. So let's go back underneath and get this thing started. I hope I have you looking at the right thing. Oh, you got just my arm. That's my elbow. This is what my elbow looks like pushing in a freeze plug. All right, so that was the easy part, I think. It looks to me like I'm gonna have to go up top and just swing blindly. Well, let me take a few swings at it down here.
I can see it.
I'm liable to have to get the camera out of the way though. But I'm gonna leave you right here for a minute, see if I can get it from up top, and we'll see if you can watch. Have you beat on it? You're taller than me. I think I'm on it, but I don't know if you can see the socket. Might have to get the socket. Anything? Although from down here I might need a deep socket. Yeah, I'm gonna need a deep socket from down here. Oh, deep might be a problem. Yeah, deep's gonna be a problem.
Deep's a problem?
Well, because now I'm into the exhaust.
Okay, what about a shell with an extension?
That might work.
It's glancing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's just working it out of square.
Can I tap it from here?
That's not it. That's not it. Yeah, let me see the hammer. I don't know if I can Get it straight. I don't think so, because I think that's on my way. Alright, let's give it some water. What do we got? Oh, where's it coming from? Is it just my mess, or am I got a leak somewhere? Yeah, that's a water pump.
What happened? You got a freeze plug in, and I still see water on the floor. What's going on?
It appears to be the pump this time. So, I don't know what else is right there. So we're gonna call it a pump.
Water pump?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep filling it though.
Oh, it is a water pump. Right there, you can see it coming out of the lead hole.
Perfect. All right, well that's not too scary.
Yeah.
Actually, let me turn the engine a little and see if it, if I catch a vein just right.
Yeah.
Because I really just want to see.
No.
Yep.
It's just coming right out of that lead hole.
All right.
You know, you might not want to fill it up because you're going to get really wet.
Good point. All right. So I guess that'll be the next thing that I have to deal with. Failure 1, failure 2. This one was my own stupidity. It was running rough and I decided to go for it. That one didn't give me any chance at all. As soon as I put any pressure on the ratchet, it busted. But now I'm stuck drilling and tapping, I guess. So I guess that's my next project. Hot enough.
Let's see. And I don't want to get it too hot so it melts.
Burn the valve.
Ice grips. Some ice grips. You can always reheat. How about a handle for a tap?
Problem is, slightly askew. Yeah.
Heat it up some more.
It's not even twitching.
Water some? Huh?
So that
It goes out like, oh.
This way?
Go.
So it doesn't look like I'm gonna get the bolt out of there. I guess I'm just gonna thread. I'm pretty close to centered. I am a little bit low. I think it'll match the neck. So I think I could just thread that, find a bolt for it. The scary one's gonna be for the water pump down below, because that's a blind hole. So I'll have to see what I can do to get that thing out of there. But I think I'm just gonna have to just deal with what I got, thread it, and call it good. This one I was able to tap. I tried the housing, it actually fits just fine. So 50% victory. Wiggle you all over the place. This one here, that one scares me a little more. So I'm going to try to drill that out, same as I did this, just as close as I can to the threads. And then hopefully I can tap it. The problem with this one is it's a blind hole and it's right into that cylinder wall. So I'm going to try to stick maybe a putty knife or something in there to keep me from drilling through, and then I'll just have to put some silicone in it to keep it from weeping. Through. We are through. Step that up to the right side and run a tap through it, see what happens. I'm getting threads.
You do it, yeah. Did you try bolting it?
Not yet. I'm still playing with a reamer.
Needs about 4 threads. For the win.
Oh, look at that. So it's a little crooked. I might have to actually get some threaded rod and do it that way, but it looks like we're gonna survive. So I can finish working on this stuff. Phew. This is the water pump to a 1973 Mercury Comet with a 250 engine in it, which is what this car should be. This is the water pump that I took off of this car. This is a 3-bolt. That is a 4-bolt. They look nothing alike. So
50 cubes will get you.
So doing a little investigating on the casting number. This is a 200 from 1968. So I guess I have to get a hold of O'Reilly's and get a water pump from a 68 Falcon. Well, since I'm waiting anyways, might as well kind of pretty the front of this thing out. Probably throw a fuel pump on this thing too, since I have one and it's probably going to be junk, and might as well snap those bolts off too and add it. Well, I hope you can hear me okay with the fan going. Finding the water pump wrong is kind of disappointing. It looks like I should be able to get one tomorrow, hopefully. In the meantime, I have the exhaust hooked back up. I have the fuel pump on. I cleaned the thermostat neck. I did buy a new thermostat, but I think what I'm gonna do, this is a 195, the old one. We're just gonna neuter it and put it in like that, and it should be all right. To get this thing cut. I thought it'd go easy. That's why I did it on camera. How embarrassing. If you're ever going to run no thermostat, instead of just pulling the thing out, do this, gut it. There's still some restriction. If water flows too fast through your radiator, it doesn't get the ability to keep it cool. This right here, this will, I don't know, it'll run, you know, whatever, 140, 150 degrees. Unless you have an engine problem, who knows, we'll see what happens. But that's the way to do it. So we'll just throw that sucker right in here, glue it in, and it'll be good.
Cutoff wheel on it. It eats about an hour and a half. Like you cut a quarter panel off, it's pretty much done, the battery. But the impact gun will go forever.
This was the one wheel that was rolling, so I didn't touch the brakes on this one. But this is how it came apart. So I really don't know how this thing was rolling. Got that jammed in there. What did I see in here? I believe the apply piston. So yeah, I was hoping to use this as an example, you know, whatever, take a picture of it so I could do the other side, but I won't be able to do that, so now I'll have to do some Googling instead. But I'm gonna get this all cleaned out. This is a ball joint. I don't know if I showed the camera that or not, but it's not in very good shape. So I'm gonna replace that ball joint before I start the brakes. So that's the next thing I'm after. I'm gonna get this all stripped out, change that out. Some to go. Get a bigger hammer. Wow. Did not want to let go. All right, let me finish pulling that thing apart. And oh, I hope I don't have to unhook the sway bar, because that's never gonna go back together. All right, well, let me get this replaced. So today so far hasn't been super productive, and it's closing in on 8 o'clock at night. So I have to get the brakes all the way on the car, all the lines done before I can go to bed tonight. Like, I have to get that far. I'd like to even get the water pump on, but I said I'm gonna be working late into the night, I've got 3 of the 4 brakes on. So if you're wondering about the ball joint that I started, Bill took over. He used the air hammer, busted it free. Now the problem that we have is the old one that came off, the grease fitting is on the side. The one that O'Reilly's gave me, the grease fitting is on the top. Bill, what was the story with the parts number? You talked to them at O'Reilly.
At O'Reilly's, if you type in a 68 to 75 Ford Maverick or Mercury Comet, Precision comes up with the wrong ball joint. But if you look under Moog has the actual ball joint with the grease fitting on the side. So once again, it's not the people at the auto parts who are really screwing it up. It's the people that are labeling boxes. So that ball joint is probably for like a Galaxy or something like that, where the grease fitting comes up the top. But definitely a screw up on the parts maker or whoever labels them world. It's a waste of time. It costs us half a day.
So there you are. So the move part is coming, but it won't be here till tomorrow. If we had figured this out, what did they say, an hour earlier? We could have. Yeah, if we were 1 hour earlier figuring out this problem, we would have had the part today. There's still plenty to do, so it's not really a setback. But yeah, so this is just gonna hang for another day. I'm gonna keep picking away at the rest of the brakes and at least get that stuff done. You Ford guys can make fun of me if you want to. I'm okay with that. If you have a better way of doing drum brakes, let me know. But with that cable and all the weirdness that goes on with a Ford brake, I've found that a ratchet strap, once you get these pins in, and then your adjuster and your wheel cylinder, I found it way easier to put all the other springs and hardware in just by strapping it up like that first. So I don't know. Maybe it's helpful. Maybe you can tell me something better. If you know a better way, let me know. But it keeps it from pulling everything. You know, when you pull on a spring and then your adjuster falls out, fighting with that goofy cable, and I don't know. This just seems to work better. So, anyways, I just thought I'd pass that along. Hopefully the fan isn't totally killing this. Oh, thank goodness for this fancy machine. Oh, that'll save a few bucks. Get them spun around and cleaned up, and then back on the front. I do have new ones for the rear because we bashed the crap out of these things getting them off, so I don't think I'm going to attempt to save them. But the fronts, that should be pretty good. Well, it is 12:30, so it's actually Thursday morning, but the brake lines are all done all the way around. That's an accomplishment. So I'm just gonna pick up some tools. I'm exhausted. Clean up a little bit and hit the hay. And I'll be back tomorrow morning, and we're gonna make this thing fire up and run. So I'll see you then. Good night. Well, good morning. I don't know, 8 o'clock-ish. Finally out here getting started. It's a little slow morning. I think the next thing that we're going to do, we're going to jump right into it. I picked up some tools. I probably ought to sweep underneath this thing so I don't get too gross. But I got to get that clutch brake pedal assembly out, put some heat to it, whatever I got to do to free it up. Give me an idea of what the wiring condition is underneath this car while I'm under the dash. Master cylinder, right? Oops, stuck my hand in a spider web. Master cylinder is going to come out, and then that pedal assembly should be those two top bolts. I'm sure it's held by the steering column. and up under the dash. So we'll see what it takes to get that thing out of there. That's going to be my next big challenge. So if we can get the clutch pedal all working, well, if I can get the clutch working, not just the pedal, it really should just be fuel system, cooling system, throw the interior back in it, oh, that ball joint, and what else? Figure out brake lights. I think I'm gonna need windshield wipers looking at the forecast, so I might have to, you know, touch a couple wires together to keep that going. But first things first, let's get the master cylinder off, figure out how I gotta get those pedals out of here and free them up, and then deal with the linkage and all that other stuff. Let's get at it. I guess my first step should be to get these lines off, see if they're gonna work. Fire it. I'll just give them a quick bump, watch my line to see if it's turning too. Oh man. Alright, well that's pretty good. While the camera's rolling, I don't have a flare nut for this front one. Oh, that turned a little bit. Look at that. Wow, that was actually easy. Like easy to the point where, I wonder if they were working on that. I mean, I don't know if that would have been tight enough to keep from sealing. Yeah, maybe. Anyways, so let me get the rest of the way off, and then we'll finish with the pedal. Okay, slight change of plans. This is going to be a nightmare to remove these pedals. I'll have to pull the steering column, a whole bunch of bracketry. Let me get you under there. You can see what we're dealing with. If I can get a light where, you know your car's rusty when the magnet on your light doesn't stick to anything. So the bracket is way up there. So the steering column, all of this would have to come out. This bracket goes and hooks to the dash. This is terrible, terrible footage. Let me back you up just a little bit. Let me back you up to here. Now, with a little bit of playing, while that's terribly annoying, they do kind of go together, but they also will go separate. So I'm gonna just adjust the clutch out to the very top right here. It's gonna engage right off the top. So my thinking is this: if the clutch goes with the brake when I'm braking, I don't really care that much. You know, so I disengage the transmission, who cares? And if the brake goes with the clutch when I'm pushing the clutch in, well, then it's just hill assist. So that'll be all right. And I think the beauty of this plan is by the time that I've driven this thing for a little bit, I will be so sick of that squeaking sound that I'll just tear it apart regardless of how much work it is. So it's still just a tentative plan. I'm going to adjust the linkage out first. I'm not going to put the master cylinder in case I do have to tear this apart, but I'm going to get underneath and adjust this and just see if I can create something that's drivable. And I'm going to call drivable good enough. Also, I have to figure out some of this wiring. It actually doesn't look all chewed up. I just found something hanging. It doesn't look all chewed up, but it's not the best either. So I'll have to find the fuse block, see what it looks like. I don't even know where the fuse block is in this car. But that'll be another problem. Let's get this clutch working. I can at least then hear the thing go brum. That'll make me quite happy. I'm hoping I have you pointed at something useful, and I'm also hoping that nothing fights me too badly. This is the cheesiest little cotter pin. So hopefully it's somewhat right. Again, we learned that this motor is is 1968. The car, of course, is a 1973. I don't want that behind that either. I'll have to find a way to tuck that up somewhere, somehow. I doubt I have backup lights anyways. I can zip tie that here when I'm done. Alright, so let's take this crooked thing to the vise and yeah, let's see what we can do with it. That actually straightened out remarkably well, and the threads are in good shape. So we'll put that in. I found a bigger, better cotter pin that hopefully fits through here. I guess I should have tried that. Well, I still can. Maybe I can. Alright, it'll push through. Yeah, if I can find it. So, like I said, my plan is to take all of the slack out of it so that when that moves, I'm already engaging. So, let's wind that up till it's touching. Hopefully there's not something wrong in this clutch, and the reason this rod is bent is because it hit something. I say really at this, I just want it to touch. I just want to see this just getting a little tight. Which should be right about there. Yeah, let me actually I'm gonna leave it just like that, button this up after. Let me go push the clutch in, and I guess I'll use the camera to see what actually happens. Think it's supposed to? The way it feels good. It feels right. So it feels like it's doing what I want it to do. So I'm gonna just tighten this up and get a chance to try it when the thing's running, but I'm gonna call it good enough for now. Let me just get this thing all locked in, and like I said, if I have to adjust it later, I will. Alright, so I can check this off the list once I finish this up. I can bench bleed the master cylinder. No, I can't, because this wheel isn't done yet. Alright, I can get this buttoned up. I can run to O'Reilly's, get the ball joint. Then I can do the master cylinder and bleed the brakes, and then we are really close to getting this thing going. I'm back with the ball joint. This is what the one that I took off looks like, with a grease fitting through the upper A-arm. This Tri-2, it's different, but I think, I'm hoping at least, that it's usable. It looks like the bolt holes are the same. This flange is small enough that it should fit under, and then it has a grease fitting on the side. So as long as I can get at that grease fitting, I think this will work. I'm gonna throw it underneath and just see. But yeah, if anybody knows if this part here is still in existence and what you have to do to get it, leave a comment, because I would like to have the right thing in there. it does appear that it's going to fit on here okay. And I did try it through the hole. I think this is going to work for me. The problem is, I don't know if it's a problem yet. See that extra bit of material there that's not on this one? I might end up tall on this corner, but we'll throw it together and see if it's usable or not. I guess that regardless, if it bolts on, it's usable. This is what's going to get me home. So I still have to throw the grease fitting in it because it looks like that's going to be impossible once I get the spindle in. Hopefully it's greasable. I guess I'll take a peek at that before I bolt everything tight. But let me get this thing bolted in there and get my front end together. I still have to hook up this one brake hose. It was pulling too hard with the spindle hanging the way it is. I'll get this corner buttoned up, then it's back up to brakes. Fuel system, we're gonna hear this thing run. I'm gonna let it get up to temperature, make sure it doesn't leak fluids anywhere else. And man, we're really close at that point. I still gotta do something about that sagging bumper and the battery tray. Bill is gonna run out and see if he can find me some sheet metal to patch up the battery tray and maybe even keep me from dying from carbon monoxide from the floor. So while he's helping me that way, I'm gonna see if I can get this thing running. Master cylinder is gravity bleeding, water pump, all the accessories are back on.
Custom sheet metal work.
Bill is building the side of the car. We have two issues going on there. One, we need a place to put a battery, and second, if you look at this bumper, there's just nothing left of that corner. So we gotta build something that's not only able to hold a battery, but at least a little bit structural. And I'm trying to get the radiator in this thing. It doesn't quite fit. Drilling some holes. We'll get that bolted in. Get the engine full of water. Make sure it doesn't have any other leaks. And while I'm soaking that, I'm going to see if I can get that carburetor apart and clean. If not, we have a cheap Chinese Amazon job to throw on here, but I'd much rather run a real one. Got water in it, and I don't see any of the other freeze plugs doing anything weird. The only dripping on the floor is for me filling it. So I'm just gonna keep an eye on that. As far as the brakes, 3 of the 4 wheels were leaking brake fluid. So, like this one too, yeah. So 3 of the 4, I still have that bleeder open. I've closed the other 3. See if that starts dripping as well. In the meantime, I'm gonna get this carburetor off. Hopefully, it's been a long time that it's been on there, but hopefully I can get that top off without wrecking that gasket. I can just clean that thing up and put it back on there. If not, like I said earlier, I do have a cheapo Amazon jobby I can throw on here, but they never run right. So that's the next step. Let me get that off of there and go through it. Hopefully not wreck a gasket, and we'll see what happens. So this carb is probably not salvageable. I tried to mess with the accelerator pump because it's froze. I ended up bending it. There's just so much crap and corrosion and stuff in it. So I'm bolting on the cheapo Amazon jobby, and the linkage is going to be an issue because this is cable linkage. The ball is way down here. It's not going to pull at that angle. So I'm going to bolt that on tight. I guess my plan is to cut the stud off of the old one, weld that to this tab here, and then I can use the linkage, I guess. But I need to bolt that down tight, make sure that I have everything correct, sort of at the right angle, and then I'll tack it into place and then pull the carburetor off and burn it in so I think it'll hold, and hopefully that'll work. I mean, it's ugly, but it's hanging on there all right. This carburetor's on. There's my current fuel jug. Battery's back in. Bill finished this all up. So let me get some. Whoop. Let's see if I can fill the bowl, or at least somewhat enough to get it to draw in. All right, get some down in it, and I guess we'll give this thing a little bit of a rip. See what happens. Oh, nothing. I think it needs some wiggling.
Wiggling? Try that.
Still nothing.
With no oil light?
The oil light's on. I mean, at least finding the problem was easy. There's about 3 strands left right there. So I gotta find a short little battery cable, and then we should be able to make it run. Okay, let's try this with a new battery cable. Contact. Oh, still nothing.
Nothing. Clutch pedal?
I can't imagine that would matter. Yeah. It didn't matter before.
Ah. Maybe the solenoid's crapped again. Oh no, we didn't put the wire back on.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't. There, now I put the wire on, the ignition wire. On the solenoid.
Okay.
Try it again.
Still nothing.
Nothing.
This wasn't a problem that we had before. I have another cylinder. I temped up a ground strap, and we were able to get the solenoid to snap to life then. And I do actually have some voltage on some things in the fuse box, but now we're dealing with this for a problem. So
BFH?
yeah, it's not great. We've been beating on this and trying it, and watch it roll to life. Nothing. So Advanced Auto is going to have me one in the morning, and it better run then because it's Friday morning, and
It's a long walk.
it's yeah.
And Juanita does not want to comment.
So yeah, so tomorrow morning we better get a starter in it. It better make noises. I'm working my way through the wiring mess, and really I'm just gonna temp up something. I'm gonna pull this dash apart, find some hot wires. I need a charging system. I need brake lights, and maybe headlight. Oh, and wipers, because it looks like it's gonna storm the next 3 days. And that's all I am shooting for having. If anything, I get anything else, then it'll be a bonus. I'll just drive in the daytime if I can't get headlights, and we'll call it good. So it's another late night with wiring. Bring you in here. Kind of went a little extreme. It doesn't seem like it seems like I have a lot of corrosion issues, grounding issues, things like that I'm chasing down. By adding some grounds, I was able to get a couple marker lights up. This one's kind of dim still. It was brighter. When I jumper the dimmer switch for headlights, I don't get headlights, but it shows 12 volts at the dimmer, so I'm sure I have corrosion somewhere. I'll pull a headlight or two and maybe jumper something behind them if I need headlights. But I found, oops, I didn't push it far enough, maybe. I I do have brake lights, or I'm getting there. That one works. This one, I just cut the pigtail out because I have 12 volts to the wire. I know you can't see anything. I have 12 volts to the wire. Hey, I got a marker light here too now. Things are slowly healing themselves. Anyways, I have 12 volts to the wire, but not to the bulb. So hopefully I can find that pigtail, because really, if I have brake lights, I can drive during the day, and you know, it'll be good enough. If it comes to it, I can make sure that I have headlights on the ready. So we'll see how late it gets tonight. But that's where we're at right now. And yeah, these pedals still don't release. I have to adjust my front brakes, but that system's all done. Yeah, so I'm gonna play around with wiring for another, I don't know, 45 minutes or so. I'm getting tired. It's pretty close to midnight already. I just want to make sure I have brake lights, and it'd be nice to have headlights, wipers. I can jumper and get wipers, so I'm getting there. I might even stick the dash back in, see if my speedometer works. I don't know. Still need a fuel system. I gotta make sure this thing's charging. Picking up a starter first thing tomorrow, get this thing fired up, check the starting or the charging system. If that's all good and I don't have any leaks, I still gotta put some fresh oil in this thing, and then I'm out of here. I have to get home. It's Friday. It'll be Friday. Well, I guess it is Friday, but I have to be home because I have to be to work at Monday. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. I'm not giving up without a fight though. Okay, so that clip you watched 2 seconds ago was actually 2 months ago. I didn't come up with a right starter. I hunted all over Tennessee and Georgia. We found out that this drivetrain is actually out of a Mustang, and the starter was different. Time I finally hunted that thing up, I was out of time. So I'm back. I had a starter sent here. Steve was nice enough to throw it in for me. He said it runs good, except that Chinese carburetor is total garbage. We're going to replace the carburetor, do the handful of things that it still needed done, and then we're going to get this thing on the road. So let's see what happens. So I did grab an oil filter. I'm hoping that this is right, because I don't really trust that at all. But before we get into that, I'm hoping that if I get into this trunk, I will remember the other things that needed done. Wow, that opened nicely. So no fuel cell, I did remember that. Needs an oil change. I grabbed an oil filter. I'm good there. What else do we have in here? There's the starter that we've taken care of. I have to adjust the front brakes. I did not touch the front brakes yet. I'm not sure. Can't remember. I think that's it. I have a gauge set that I probably ought to throw on. Yeah, wiper blades. Can't remember. I do know that it needs the carburetor done, so let's start with that. I'll probably change the oil. Oh, I didn't bring a catch pan. I probably won't change the oil, but we'll get it running, and I don't know, maybe everything that it needs will come back to me. But let's start with the carburetor. All right, out with that. This is a good clean surface. I must have cleaned that up before, because my nail doesn't catch on anything. Let's drop that on there. And drop that on there. Oh, so thank you, Ford. This base is too big. Not by much, like, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch. So this really nice eBay carburetor is a paperweight, which unfortunately, I mean, good thing I have a plan B, but yeah, my plan B is an absolute turd. But it will drop on and it will line up. So this rusty stuck thing is gonna have to be the carburetor. So we'll bolt it on and see what happens. The vacuum line is hard as a rock and brittle. So I found a piece and I thought I would change it. And I ended up breaking the nipple off of the vacuum advance on the distributor. So now I have no accelerator pump in the carburetor and no vacuum advance on the distributor. So this is going to be a fantastic ride when I get it going.
You know, but half of it's downhill.
Do you have JB Weld? Maybe we can put that back. That's been broken a long time.
It is.
But
it's surely for decoration.
so that's where we're at, but I'm pretty sure I'm ready to make this thing fire. Oh, I do want to check the oil one more time. Set you down. And by check the oil, I just mean,
Be sure there's oil.
I do have oil and I do have a filter, but I didn't bring a catch pan, so I'm gonna have to change the oil when we get back to Flatbroke Garage.
There might be gas in that oil. The way that thing was dumping gas. Take a sniff. Is it over full?
Yeah, it definitely has gas in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has oil in it too, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's not overwhelming.
Right.
I mean, what do we got? 7 miles from here to your place, 8 miles.
Yeah. And like I said, the other half is downhill.
I mean, chances of it making all 7 or 8 miles, it's probably going to go like a half a mile and then a ride on the flatbed.
We'll ride it around here first. We'll drive it up and down the street here first.
Okay. Let me hook a battery up, get some gas in this thing, and see if it does make noise, and I guess we'll start with that.
Hey.
All right. So I got I don't know, half a gallon in here. Whoops, put a little bit. Oh. Well, some of it went down the vent. Most of it just went right down in. See if that's enough to make it make some noise. I don't know if it...
You want me to crank it and you stand here and man the controls?
Let me try that. I'm sure it's out of gear.
Yeah, how'd it go?
All right, let's see if it makes any noise.
Oh, I get from the keys. The
Keys are in it.
Are they in the ignition?
Yeah.
Feels like neutral.
We'll find out soon enough.
Oh, it's hot in here.
See what she does. Come on, baby.
Kinda.
Yeah? Let me make sure I have that gas.
Feels like it's wide open.
Now?
Put some gas in this cup, this teacup. Ready?
Hold on. Hard to bring back to life.
Once she runs good, doesn't even smoke.
Yeah, no smoke. Holding her own. The throttle's a little wonky. Found a little bit of smoke when you get on her. I haven't adjusted. It could be rich as heck too.
Yeah. That weird
leaking a lot.
Yeah.
See, that's what it started doing. See, I'm running rich now, and I wonder if that pump is over pressuring it. It's just blowing it out
Where's it coming out?
everywhere. Look at, and you know, when the integrated intake and exhaust manifold, gas just pours right onto the exhaust manifold.
Yeah.
That's helpful.
Oh, where it was coming from. So that linkage.
I wonder if it's a Chinesian fuel pump.
I'd never heard of a mechanical fuel pump giving too much pressure, so I just ignored Bill. I mean, it might be the float.
That could be too. Yeah, but wouldn't it come out the top?
Well, I think it's coming out that rod,
Oh,
the
yeah.
accelerator pump rod, which is wide open through the bottom. I just don't like how much gas in it.
Try it.
Try it. You ready? Oh, you know what? The alternator is not working because I killed it by pulling it.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah.
Try flood it now.
Dumping all kinds of gas right there. Nothing yet. Alright, so maybe it was just the float being a little too high. Thinking back, I'm not sure I actually messed with it, so I probably just needed to adjust it. It seems to be doing all right now. Take it in. It's running rich, which is, I guess, better than bad rings. So I can adjust rich, hopefully. All right, so let's get it up to temperature a little bit. See if, oh, there it goes. There it goes again.
Look at that.
Yeah, kill it. It's too hot. So I think I burst into flames. Now, how could it go that long
That's what my
and
other
then
car
turn into a river?
did. Yeah, it's
That's
hot.
bad too, because it's hot.
This is for the insurance company. You can tell
Yeah.
it's not actually
Huh.
monetarily fire.
You can't seem to keep this thing from blowing gas all over the place. This is adjusted. Actually, I even probably went too far. I did just bend it, but I bent it down a bit. If you could see the mark on here, I didn't have the camera going, but I grabbed this with pliers and we ran it. We ran it till it ran out of gas. So I guess our thinking is that the new fuel pump maybe is putting out more pressure than it needs, because this is the second carburetor on this car that was just blowing gas all over the place. So I guess what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw a regulator in line and see if we can get it fine-tuned that way. In the meantime, I'm going to adjust these front brakes, get it up in the air. Bill's going to head back to his place, get a regulator and get a pan for us to drain the oil into, and hopefully that'll take care of that problem. and then we can put her on the road. All right, hopefully you're looking at something helpful. And hopefully I don't get chewed up by any critter that's gonna hurt me. As you can see by this tire spinning that I literally did no adjustment at all. So let's see if I can, not crazy about that giant web right there. Find out what I'm laying in. What's up?
Still working on her?
Yeah.
Be able to take off on you?
Well, this carburetor is doing the same thing. So I adjusted the floats,
Yep.
but it's still throwing gas everywhere. So he said he's got a regulator. So it might be that fuel pump is junk and it's just pushing too much pressure out.
My goodness. Float's supposed to catch it, but if it ain't, yeah.
Yeah, if it's blowing by, because this one would run good for, man, over a minute.
Yeah.
And then it would just start puking gas everywhere. So I squeezed. So this is a first for me, something I've never seen before. Bill, Flatbroke Garage, says he's seen this twice. And that is the mechanical fuel pump is actually pushing out so much pressure that it's blowing past the needle and seat. So he brought a click clack and this tank here, and we run it for a few minutes, and it doesn't leak any. It runs pretty good like that. The problem is it's starting to smoke, and I have a lot of gas in the oil, and I don't want that problem. So I'm gonna drop the oil, change the filter oil now that we have this sorted out, and we shouldn't be putting gas in it anymore. And with that taken care of, should be able to run. Now I found out that we're not charging. I'm going to swap this out with just another junkyard one. We'll start with that. See if that cures the problem. If not, well, I don't know. We'll figure that out as we go. But for now, hopefully I have enough battery to get me home. For now, an oil change, and the fronts are sort of adjusted. They still soft. I might have to bleed the brakes a little bit, but I don't know. One thing at a time. Let's get the oil dropped on this thing, get that changed, and go from there. The oil is draining. What are the odds of this moving? Oh, maybe. Phew. Oh, was that water? Was that water, or is the oil that thin? I didn't see any water come out of the oil in the oil pan. I guess that's oil. Oh, that's thin. Oh, my battery's almost dead. All right, fresh oil. You can hear the click-clack doing its thing. Hopefully I have enough camera battery to get this all in. I don't think the brake pedal's supposed to be like that. All right, let's see what happens. Just ignore that brake light. is here. Watch that pedal when I let the gas out. So now all of a sudden, I guess it works. The clutch is coming around. So, I don't know, I guess we did something. We definitely need to adjust the brakes. I gotta figure out this idle. Hopefully it is just a vacuum like Bill's saying. Bill's watching me. So if that's all that it is and we get the brakes adjusted, I think it'll actually go. I don't know. See what happens. So every bleeder on this car is a different size, which is super convenient. I really don't like to use an adjustable. Yeah, this is tiny, like 1/4 inch, which I didn't bring with me, so it's an adjustable. All right, Bill, whenever you're ready. So we have the back tube bled out. They were mostly just fluid. All right, that was just fluid. Hopefully we're gaining. All right, I'm just getting fluid.
Yeah, it's good. It's up high.
All right, I'll do that one last wheel.
We go for a drive.
And then we'll, then we'll spin it. Take her for a little test. Oh, Tuesday, moving day. We have a couple things that we still have to take care of, and then should be ready to hit the road with this thing. I did find, we're not charging yet. I'm hoping it's the voltage regulator, because I found one equally as old but looking a little nicer. And the other thing is I don't really trust this upper rad hose, so I don't know if I should trust this one either because it's really old, but
we have two.
It does bend, and it looks like it'll actually fit better. So I'm going to swap these two things out. We're going to throw a battery in it, start it up, see if we're charging, and
put a floor in.
Oh yeah, and we have a little bit more of a floor. I don't know if it'll keep the exhaust out, but it'll keep my foot from falling through.
That's high tech.
So that's good. We're still gonna be sucking in a lot of exhaust from back here, but oh, I gotta put bolts, or the nuts holding the seat are loose, so I gotta tighten them up. So I got a handful of little things to do, and then it's time to take this thing on its first spin. So
You have a fire extinguisher.
oh, and yeah,
We're prepared.
now that we've got the carburetor so it's not puking all over the place, we'll throw a fire extinguisher in it. All right, let me get a little bit of wrenching done, and then we'll get this thing out of here.
What was that?
So we have the voltage regulator, this hose, which I got to find out what this actually came off of because it's perfect. I don't have the battery strapped down yet. You can hear the pump doing its thing. So let's fire this thing up and see if it's charging. It hasn't been started yet today. So let's get her in neutral. Come on, you. What we got going on? That's good. Here comes the smoke. We got voltage?
13 volts.
13?
12, 9, 13.
So no.
I think the belt's slipping though. 13.5.
Oh, that's doing it then. So you can hear the alternator now. Guess that's a pretty good sign it's charging. He says we got like 13.5 volts. It's weak, but that's better than nothing. It should make it all the way there without a charge, or without killing a battery. No choke though. I gotta let it warm up a little bit, and then we're headed to Flatbrook Garage. I mean, I guess that seems okay. The alternator's shut up, so it's either cleaned itself up or it's not calling for charge anymore, but either way, seems all right. A little bit of a miss. I didn't change. Actually, these are the plugs and wires that were on it, so maybe a tune-up would fix the mess. But we're just gonna go for it, I think. Okay, as of now, it seems happy. I have every window open because it's there's a lot of fumes in it. So hopefully, when I get rolling down the road, it'll clean out a little bit. But I'm out of here. Put you someplace where you can maybe see what's going on. See if I have brakes. One brake. Let's see what happens. Boy, there is not much brakes on this car.
Oh, here he is. He's got a headlight on too. No, the brake light's quit. Or the brake light's stuck on.
Okay, so we have like no brakes. I gotta check the fluid or something, figure out what's going on. I gotta do something for brakes. Let's see what we got. So I really should have pulled my camera out at this point. But what I found was the front two brakes really needed to be adjusted. So we adjusted them, and then we were able to hit the road again.
Here we go. Going for it.
Yes, it's on a trailer. Let me explain. The plan was for me and my wife to come down here and drive this thing home. She was going to follow me. Her dad got sick. She did not want to leave Pennsylvania. She stayed behind. The trailer had to come. You saw it run. I'm telling you, this thing will do it. I will put miles back on it in Pennsylvania so you can see that we legitimately saved this car. But I got to strap it down and I got to head north. Flatbrook Garage helped me out a bunch. I got to thank him. I mean, he's really been great for me, for my channel. This is the third car, I think, that I've drug here first and then home. So thanks a ton, Bill.
Oh, no problem. It's your home away from home.
It's becoming my home away from home. Guys, if you want to see his version of this car, tune into Flatbrook Garage. He's got that there. The Junk GT, which you might see before this video, might see after. He's going to have that one on his channel. That's his car. Follow along. You can see that thing get built better. Give me a like. Give me a subscribe. Give Flatbrook Garage a like and subscribe. Good chance, though, if you're watching my channel, you're already subscribed to his channel. Either way, thanks, and I'll see you next time.
Take it easy, guys. Thanks for watching.
Bye.